surprise for you. What you're looking at right here is my brand new to me 2013 Mini Cooper Coupe S. This car is my new personal car. I actually traded in my 2005 Mini Cooper S, the yellow one that's also on my channel, and I picked up this one. I picked this one up on July 6th in Oklahoma City, and so far I've been very, very pleased with it. It was hard for me to give up my first car, my yellow one, because I love that car to death, but this one, I've always wanted the coupe body style, and then this one having the John Cooper Works body kit on it really just sold me, and I love the car. So far, I've done a few modifications to it, but I'll just give you a quick walk around of the car first. Like I said, it's a 2013 Mini Cooper Coupe S. It has, well, it's finished in lightning blue metallic with the silver roof and mirrors. It has the John Cooper Works exterior pack, so it has the special 17-inch challenge spoke wheels, and then it has the lower side sills right there, and then a totally different front and rear bumper, which I love that about it. And here's just the front look of the car. And then as you can see, sorry for the shaky camera, but right there, the headlight rings, the grille trim, there we go. The headlight rings, the grille trim, I blacked that out with some Plasti Dip because I think the black looks really good on this car instead of the chrome. And I'm going to do my best to get rid of most of the chrome that I can. You can see I've already added a few stickers. Arkansas Gumball Rally. I did that this past May, and I'm going to do it again next June. And then minis on the Mac. That was a world record attempt that I went up to Michigan for. Unfortunately, we were about 110 cars short of the record, but in 2 years, we're going to go back and try it again. And then back here, I've got the stubby antenna, and then I have, I Plasti Dipped the chrome right there. And then down here, you can see I've got, oh, I'm so sorry for that. Rear parking sensors, and the other ones are up there. And then one reverse light, and then that would be where rear fog light would go, but that is one of the only options this car doesn't have. And you can see my stupid little magnets. Get your shift together, manual. Real men drive 3 pedals. And then the great ice cream run to the Mac. That's what I did on the way to Mackinac City Island for the trip to the Mac. Alright, so enough of me blabbing on about the car. So this car has comfort access, but you can see the button right there. So press once and it'll unlock the car. Actually, I just locked it. I'm sorry. Okay, press it. There you go. Now that's unlocked. And you can see this one has the leather lounge satellite gray with black piping, and you can see if it'll focus. There we go. It's got like pleats in it and black piping. I love these seats. They don't grip you as much as my old ones do, but they are so comfortable. And then looking at the door panel here, it's got the piano black plastic around the door, and then the satellite gray color line with the John Cooper Works door sill right there. And then as you can see in there, it's got ambient mood lighting, and it cycles through the colors, and it's in the door right there. It's behind the door pull right there, in the dash, under there, and up there where the light is, you can kind of see the 2 little dots. But climbing inside, the roof is really low compared to a normal Mini Cooper, so it is definitely more difficult to get into. So we'll go ahead and start it up first. So just put your foot on the clutch and then press the start-stop button. There's my radar detector going off. Little beeps. And let's turn. Alright. So shutting the door. This one overall has a much more solid feeling than my 2005 Mini Cooper. This one is much nicer laid out, has so many more features, and is just an overall much nicer car. But it does have automatic headlights right there, if you can see that. So it is getting dark, I apologize, but I did want to get this video out to show you all. So let's go under the hood. I'll show you a few of the modifications I've made. The hood latch is right here. Over on my other side of, well, on my 2005, the hood release was on that side, which was really weird, but it was still pretty cool. So I'll give you a walk around of the outside while the lights are on, and open up the hood real quick. This is a 1.6 liter turbo direct injected engine. It makes 181 horsepower and some amount of torque. I don't know, I'll put it in there. But I added an Alta intake and a John Cooper Works chrome strut bar. That's about all I've done so far underneath the hood. Not too much. And then you can't really tell too much because they're super bright, but these are the adaptive xenon or bi-xenon headlights. You can kind of see right there, they turn along with headlight washers right there in the left-hand corner. So I'll go ahead and shut this. I will go ahead and turn on the hazards so you can see what that'll look like. The hazards are right up here. And it'll beep at you to say that the key has left the vehicle. So here's a quick walk around at night. I don't know if you can tell right there, I'm sorry, somebody was walking by and it was going to be super awkward and I didn't want them to talk to me, but it's got LEDs around the actual turn bulb, and then there's the bulb right there, and then the little side markers right there, and then the blinker on the side, and the front. And then those are the parking lights, and it does have fog lights underneath that. I can go ahead and turn those on for you. Alright, so we'll come in here, turn off the headlights, we'll go ahead and shut it up, and it is very, very hot right here, so I'm going to turn on a little bit of air conditioning. Alright, so now that we're inside of my coupe, I bought the car with 33,095 miles, and I've had it just about a month, and I already have 35,061 miles on it. I have loved driving this car so much that I just keep driving it. So I'll go ahead and turn on up here, I'll go ahead and turn on this one, and that way we can see the inside a little bit better. Man, filming on my phone camera is tough. Everything is so zoomed in. Alright, so the inside of the car has the John Cooper Works interior package as well. So this car has everything John Cooper Works except for the engine, which I'll tune it to stage 2, possibly 3, and I'll have way more power than a John Cooper Works, so I wasn't too worried about that. But I got everything else I wanted, so I was happy about that. So this car has the sports package, the premium package, the convenience package, cold weather package, JCW exterior and interior packages, and I believe that's it. I'm not too sure. I don't have the window sticker, but I'm gonna go to the dealership in a few days and they're gonna print me out what is like a window sticker, so I'll go ahead and show you that as soon as I get it. But looking around the interior, it has automatic headlights, and then on the turn signal stock, it's got the tap to 3 blink, which I love. My old one didn't have that. It's got the Harman Kardon upgraded sound system. I don't know if you can see that very well. It also has the chrome line interior, so chromer on the tack, speedometer, which actually houses mini connected, which that was one of my options that I had to have. I love Mini Connected. It is fantastic. I'm so happy to finally have tech in a car. My 2005 didn't even have an aux cord, so going from that to Pandora and Spotify in the car and Bluetooth and all kinds of awesome stuff like that, I'm very, very grateful. And so over here, this rocker switch is for volume and switching between, this is like a seek button, and then that's voice commands and the Bluetooth telephone. Over here is cruise control, so this is, you turn that on, that's to set it, and then up and down, and then the resume button. In the tag here, there's a little, right above the miles, there is a, so that's instantaneous fuel economy, and then you can press the BC button on the end of your turn signal stock, and that's like the onboard computer, and it'll go to instantaneous miles per gallon, average speed, the time, the temperature outside, and then that is, I'll show you that in a second. And then miles on the trip, miles till empty, average fuel economy, which that is not correct, because I just filled up my tank and I was getting 32, which is pretty great. And then you can go in here, and so to select one, which you want to select this, you just press and hold, and then you can set your automatic wipers, you can check your information, your service, and you can go back home. So I actually don't need to do any of that on here because I have, let me put that back, there we go, because I have Mini Connected. Mini Connected is the Mini's term for their navigation and all that stuff. It's basically like iDrive before they had their handwriting recognition thing. So basically you use these three toggles right here. There's a home button, there's this knob, and then there's that button right there. So the home button, no matter what screen you're in, takes you to this loop. And in the loop, you use this little toggle, and you can spin it, you can go up, down, left, right, and you press down and select. So you have radio, CD multimedia, settings, vehicle info, Mini Connected. I said that so weird. I'm sorry. I'm really tired. Office, navigation, and telephone. So if you go into radio, right now I'm on satellite radio, so you can click over to the left once more, and then you get all your radio options. So you have FM, AM, satellite, presets, and tone. So FM and AM, those are really self-explanatory. Satellite radio, that's also self-explanatory, but in satellite radio, you can click over to the left one time. The top change list view changes it so you can see the station, the artist that's playing, or the song that's playing. And I think the song that's most playing is the most relevant to me, and that's the one that I like to use. Category, you can just kind of condense the list into what kind of music you like. Like if you only want to listen to country, you can select that. Set channel, you can just click on that and dial what channel you want to go to. Time shift is such a cool feature. So you can go into time shift and you can pause your satellite radio, you can rewind it from the next song. It's just great. And actually, if you rewind it and then go back and start talking about it later, or not talking, I'm sorry, if you rewind it and then play the song again, it actually sounds better, I guess, because it's already played through and the car remembers it or something, but it sounds really good. And with the Harman Kardon speakers, the sound is so much more clearer than my 05, or I guess more clear, I guess is the correct way to say it, but it doesn't have as much bass, but it's more clear. So I guess you can kind of pick and choose what you want there. And then these are favorites. So with your favorites, you can actually say, if you wanted to save this song right here, you can press down while you're selected on it, and then you can go to store in favorites, the artist, or the actual song. So, and then it'll alert you, and you can just click select whenever the song is playing in satellite radio. And that's a super cool feature too. And another thing that I use it for is whenever I am, like, if I hear a song that I really like, I'll go put it in my favorites, and then I can go over here to manage favorites, and then when I get home, I can look at all these, and then those are my favorite songs that I like. So I can go back and download those on Spotify or something like that. And then Presets, you can put any presets together, so you can have up to 40 presets, AM, FM, and satellite radio together. And then tone, this is going to be in all your music menus. You can adjust your treble here, your bass, balance, volume settings, and you can reset it to original. Volume settings are, so this is the speed compensated volume. I really don't like that feature, so it's mostly off. And then PDC is your park distance control. So not every Mini is going to have that, but you can hear how it sounds when I'm going to back up into something. And then the gong is when you start into the car. So that's this sound. I kind of like that sound. Most people don't, but I think it's pretty cool. And then you can change your microphone and your speak volume, which is nice when you're making a call. So that's basically everything for the radio. You can go over here to CD multimedia, and then actually this is a bad view, I'm sorry. There we go. So basically here you have CD, which nobody ever uses, but you have a CD port right there. External devices, which is where you're going to get into. This one is just regular USB plug-in. This one is your iPhone snap adapter, which I'll show you in a second. Bluetooth streaming audio, and then regular auxiliary. And then tone, same exact settings as before, and this is where you configure your Bluetooth audio. So there's my phone. You can pair up to 4 phones. We'll go to telephone next. My phone is not prepared right now, so it's just saying it can't establish a connection, but all it really is there is you can just, you know, do all the normal Bluetooth stuff yet. If you don't know what Bluetooth is, it's 2015 and you need to wake up. And if you need to figure out how to use Bluetooth, consult your owner's manual, because you probably still read those if you don't know how to use Bluetooth. Here's navigation. I normally leave it on this screen all the time. I like 400 or 800 feet because you can see the street names better, and it's actually in the shape of a little Mini Cooper. And if you go out, you can see that it changes it to like a little circle arrow. But there's all of the settings for that. Over here you can go through guidance if you want the voice instructions on or off, route preference, so like avoiding highways and stuff like that, points of interest, traffic. You can make the map interactive. This is changing your map views, so you can change it from perspective view, which kind of, you see what it did there, and then north, and then direction of travel. I like direction of travel because that's what I think helps me most. And then over here is your zooming in and out, which I just normally spin the dial, is how I do it. You can click over to the left with your little controller thing, and in any screen you can click over to the right, and it'll take you to the option menu. You can switch off the control display altogether. I don't know why you'd want to do that. And then there's all these different little settings you can do. I'm sorry that I haven't played with it enough to figure out what all these do, but as soon as I do, I will let you know, but they're probably not too important. And then you just go back to home, and then you can get into the office. Honestly, I have never ever used this feature. I don't know what it's used for. You can probably read your messages or something, but you'd have to use an Android, and nobody really uses Androids anymore, so I don't know why they don't make it iPhone compatible. Mini Connected I can't really show you because you have to have your phone plugged in, and obviously I can't make a video with my phone and plug it in at the same time, so just take my word for it. But it has apps like Pandora and all kinds of different cool stuff. I'll try to get somebody else's phone with the Connected and try to show you that way, but that'll be a different video. Vehicle info, you can basically look at your little computer, which was in the display that I showed you over the miles. There's my trip computer. And then this one is your vehicle status, so it just shows me my little coupe with all kinds of tire pressures. And then you can reset them here. You can click when your service is required, and you can check control to make sure everything is okay. And then last but not least, you have your settings, and this is where you do all the settings for the car. I'm not going to go through all these because they're really not that important, but you can see what they are. And so in a nutshell, that is Mini Connected. Going down a little bit further, you have little shortcut buttons for AM, FM, and this is between satellite and USB, I believe. Here's your radio switch, and then back and forth, like a seek button again, and there's the thingy to like eject the disc. I don't know why that was so hard to say. I'm sorry. Mini navigation system. If you had, it would just say mini boost CD or something like that if you didn't have this. So that's a way to tell if you didn't get navigation in your connected. So like if you go over here, some of them don't have navigation. That was another $750 option. So it's just the screen. And then of course the center speedometer is around there, and so that's what I really like, because the new ones have nav but they don't have they have nav but they don't have the center speedometer with it, so that's really cool. And then down here is my automatic climate control in the shape of the mini wings. And I know that Think Outside the Cube criticized me because I had automatic climate control in my old car and I didn't use it, but in my new car, this one, I use it all the time and I love it. And so right now I just have it on low, is like the lowest temperature you can go, and then you can press to go up right here, and then it just takes you, it goes every 2 degrees through there, and then that's if you want it to be auto. Here's your fan speed, recirculation, max AC, different zones, front and rear defrost, and the AC. Coming down here, you have driver and passenger over here. 3-stage heated seats. You can see that. Here are your automatic windows. It's one touch down, but it's not one touch up, which is really silly and I hate it, but that, I'll get rid of that, or I'll fix that. And then these are fog lights. Go right there. Central locking system right here, and then this is where rear fog lights would be if it had it, and the other passenger window. Down here is your USB and aux coming in here. So they have the Barbaric 30-pin connector stock, and so I just went out and bought this little thing from Best Buy so I can use my phone from 2015, because that's what it is. I don't understand. This car was made in 2013 and they still were giving out the 30-pin connector. Yeah, so that should be an option, which that's another story. But anyway, this is the cigarette or charging port, whatever it is. This is my radar detector, which I mounted up there. Gotta have the radar detector. Here is sport mode. Love sport mode, use it all the time. Probably shouldn't, but I love it. It changes the steering, the throttle response. The exhaust pops when it's in sport mode. I'll make a video of that too. And then this is traction control off. So you can press it once, and that's traction, and it says this is like dynamic traction, I guess. And then you can go down here and press and hold, and it'll actually come up as DSC off, and that's 100% off. And so it's a neat little feature, I guess. John Cooper Works gear shift knob. It's the 6-speed manual. It's get drag system. I'm sorry, there's never a cop out here, so I don't know what the heck that's going off for. But I went ahead and muted it. And then if you push in the clutch and put it in reverse, which is all the way over to the left, you have that little display, and then it has beepers whenever you get close to stuff. So it'd be green, orange, and red. And then it's stitched in red. You can't see, well, you can barely see it. There's the red. There's the mini connected stuff, and then here's my e-brake. Coming here, I do have a center console now. You can slide it back, and then if you slide it all the way back and click and push up, this is the snap-in media adapter. You can see it fits it says media, and it fits a 4S, which I'm gonna have to buy a cheap one on eBay, and then that's how I can use all my mini connected, and that just snaps back in, goes like that. Here's another look at the seats. Coming over here, here's the power mirror controls, and you can see that they are power folding. They power fold by this little knob. You can't see that, I'm so sorry. But it has a little knob, and all you do is twist it, and they fold out. It's just a manual adjusting seat, no power or anything like that. Coming up here, you have really little, wow, you can't see anything, I'm sorry, but there's the, mirror, but no light, so there's that. And then up here, the headliner, which you can't see, I'm so sorry, but right here, you can hear that. It's a really grainy plastic, which I hate. but then up here it gets really soft and a nice dark material for your head. And then right here, all these switches are for the, well, I guess I should come back down here. The only other option it doesn't have is the universal garage door opener, the home link system, but it has an auto-dimming side mirrors and also auto-dimming rear view mirror, which I love. And then either side are these nifty little map lights. This one right here is the normal light. This is to change the color of these lights, and this button right here is to deploy the automatic spoiler. You can kind of see how it went up there. You just pull it. The automatic spoiler is a big selling point of the car, for me anyway. You can see it kind of, well, I'll attach pictures in here as I'm going around. I'm sorry, but you can't really tell. Okay, you can't tell at all. But it goes up at 51, and then it goes back down at 37 miles an hour. So that's a really cool feature of the car that I love. And then you just touch it right there, and you go in, and then the light goes off. And then, let's see what else. I know this is super long, but I know a lot of people are interested in my new personal car, so I wanted to make a big update video for it. Right here's the glove box. There is my little manuals and stuff that I got with it. And then this right here is the secret compartment. You can press and has a little thing in there for it. Going back here, no back seats. So it's a true sports car. I know you can't see a thing, but all that really is back here is a little tiny carpeted shelf. That's where I'm putting, that's like right there I have some detail cloth, and then you can pull right here and it's a little pass through to the back. Speaking of the back, I'll go ahead and show you that, and then I can go ahead and wrap up the tour. But the back is actually pretty big. It's just a whole thing right here, and here is, wow, that sucks. Okay, so obviously that's not gonna work, but it's a giant trunk. I'll attach some picture from the internet or something. There's a couple cargo things, there's a cargo net. It's where you put crap, so it's not really that important. I thought I'd show you anyway. I've got a little stubby antenna, which you also can't see. I'm sorry that it got so dark. My apologies. I hate that it got dark, but I wanted to get the video out before I had to go to work and school started, and the car was actually clean. And I don't know if you can tell, but there's my brights. And it has adaptive headlights. Oh, there's my hand. There's adaptive headlights, so when you turn the wheel, the headlights move. And I don't really know if you can tell, but that's got the adaptive headlights. I love the feature. It's awesome. These things are super duper bright. I love them. Oh, and it's got automatic wipers. But I'm really sorry it got so dark, but it's better than nothing. And I've had the car for a month and I still haven't made a video, so I told myself that I just needed to go out and make the video, and I did. And it's really long, and I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm just going to post it anyway, and if it's too dark, just tell me what you want me to focus on again, and I'll make another one when it's not dark. Or I'll make another one in the dark, because you know what? It's colder in the dark, and cold is nice, especially in the heat of August in Arkansas. So, well, here's another thing. I'm so sorry, I'll end it. But, so I'm gonna rev it up in sport or non-sport mode. So this is just regular. Okay, so you can kind of hear it has a little growl to it. Well, now that was I'm so sorry. Okay, sport mode. You can kind of see it goes into sport right there. Okay, now. It starts to pop. How cool is that? It's kind of like a little pop and burble kind of sound. And then I've got the cold air intake up front, so it goes whooshy whooshy. Well, the new exhaust will be coming soon, but thank you so much, guys, for bearing with me through my terrible day to night review of my new car. I really appreciate you watching this video. I'm so sorry that this video really does kind of suck and it's super long, but I just really wanted to get back into the swing of videos. I'm going to start making a lot more. So this officially brings the car count of our house to 4. We've got the 2014 BMW 328i, 2010 Toyota Prius, the 2007 Mini Cooper S, and then my 2013 Mini Cooper S Coupe. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see anything else, just let me know, and my plan is to make a lot more videos of this car because it's super fun for me to do, and it better be super fun for you to watch. So, catch you guys later.